going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about Transformers Rise of the Beast, one of my most anticipated films of the year. Now we don't have Haley Steinfeld coming back to this franchise, and even though you do get a little bit of shades of Bumblebee here and there, we have Anthony Ramos, who is taking us from beginning to end, and I really like Anthony Ramos. I like a lot of his music, and I really enjoyed him in the Heights. That is where I really got a little bit more familiar with him. He had been in a couple of other things, but that was the primary source of where I found him. And I absolutely love him. Every single time that he pops up on screen, I am there, and he just has a little bit of charisma from time to time. The movie begins with Anthony Ramos, and you kind of see the dichotomy that he has with his family. He's having a trouble trying to find a job, and so when he runs into Mirage, that is where the film starts to get going. And I absolutely had a lot of fun with this movie. I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, or as much as I loved Bumblebee. But this movie was serviceable. It was a lot of fun. You still get those bombastic action sequences that you see in every single Transformers film. And you get all the CGI fights here and there. Say what you want even about the god-awful Transformers films that we've had up to this point. The visuals in every single film look spectacular, and that continues here. There are a couple of moments where the background of the green screen doesn't look all too well. But aside from that, the Autobots, the Primals, the Decepticons, they all look fantastic. The way that they look, the way that they sound is fantastic. I really ended up enjoying Pete Davidson as Mirage. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Pete Davidson voicing Mirage, but once the movie started going and you get to know his character and the relationship that they really built between Noah and Mirage, you buy the relationship in this movie, and it actually works. A lot of the action sequences are a lot of fun to see. There is plenty of that here. And that's kind of what Bumblebee kind of lacked. That movie felt like a small movie in a big bodies movie, and that's something that kind of lacked a little bit in Bumblebee. You don't get a lot of action sequences, but that is not the case with Transformers Rise of the Beast. When you see that title, you're expecting a lot of action sequences, and you get that plenty. I love the way that Stephen Caple Jr. directed this film. I thought he did some creative choices that we had not seen in the other Transformers films, and he brought a little bit more of a breath of life to this movie. Where I kind of felt like it was a little bit lacking were the characters, and really the only one that I kind of feel like wasn't really all that needed, I think she was just needed for the film to keep going, was Dominic Fishback. She plays a museum counselor, I believe. Those people that know everything about the ancient artifacts and where they come from. She plays that, and I really didn't feel the chemistry between her and Anthony Ramos. It felt like every single time she was on screen, I really didn't need her to be there, but it kept the plot going, mostly because of how the whole film is supposed to go. You have Unicron coming, trying to take over the world. I don't think she was all that needed. I didn't feel like she had any chemistry. I wasn't really buying her and the relationship that they were trying to build between her and Anthony Ramos. I think the chemistry that you have between Noah and Mirage is all that you needed in this movie. And they do some creative choices here and there, but the story in the film really left me wanting just a little bit more. There are a couple of moments where it felt like it was lacking a little bit of tension or a little bit more suspense. Some of the humor in this movie actually works. Other times it falls flat and it just doesn't work. But I really love the way that Optimus Primal looks and sounds. Ron Perlman did a fantastic job of voicing Optimus Primal, and you feel his leadership qualities. The focus is mostly on Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, and Mirage. Even though you don't get a lot of screen time with the Maximals as much as I wanted them to, I thought they were still very effective when they were on screen, and I really loved their presence. I really loved the direction that this film was going in, and I can appreciate some of the moments here and there. But for me, personally, I still wanted just a little bit more fun. It's still fun. I think if you go to the movies, you won't hate yourself for it. I think on the big screen, it looks visually fantastic. It's just the story that we have in this film really didn't connect to me as much as I wanted to. But overall, I would give Transformers Rise of the Beast a 6 out of 10. It's still a lot of fun. I was just not able to connect with this movie as much as I wanted to. There are still a lot of great bombastic action sequences. But if you go into this movie, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. It looks visually beautiful. It's fantastic on the big screen. So definitely go out to the theaters and check this film out. But those are my thoughts on Transformers Rise of the Beast. Did you guys enjoy it a little bit more than I did? Or did you enjoy it less? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what is your favorite Transformers. Go ahead and drop all those thoughts in the comments below. And I'll see you guys soon.